What's up, people? Awesome17 here. Today I'm reviewing Naruto manga chapter 5, 561. Let's get this started. So now the war has begun. They're finally in it, and it's kind of cool to see this. Finally see the war arc animated in anime because I wanted to see this for a long time. How they're gonna do it in anime. It looks cool. Um, Now we have the filler arc, that little filler they showed us. We're back to canon. We gotta see a little bit of everything. We have to see, well, in this episode, we have to see Gatorade and Sasori. They was fighting over art. We have to see Toby. It shows how he still doesn't trust Kabuto. And it knows another thing's kind of cool. Like on the Edo Tensei, how it looks, the eyes look different on various people. How the eye color is different. I forgot his name, but it was this one guy. He had this thing over his eyes and how things just glowing red. That was really cool. We didn't really get to see much of Naruto in this episode. They showed him in Kirimo still training. He stacked the blocks up, and he's about to go through another training. So we didn't really see much of him in this episode. And now this episode is basically showing Gaara and the Shinobi allied forces, because the last canon episode it was showing mainly Toby and Kabuto getting ready for war and marching out to attack. And this one, like, it showed more of the Shinobi allied forces. The highlight of this episode had to be Gaara, like Gaara in his speech, like, because basically he gave a speech because people among the allied Shinobi forces were not trusting each other. They were fighting. They didn't trust each other because one of their villages did stuff to one another. Like, there's fighting. It was like, yo, you killed my father. You started a war against my village. You attacked my village. Stuff like that. Then he saw some hidden leaf Shinobi. They was trying to blame the Saiyans, talking about, oh, I know the Saiyans didn't plot to attack Kahona those years ago, but they still had a big part of doing it, and if they didn't attack the village, the third Hokage would have still been alive. So they're blaming each other. They're not getting along with each other. You can still tell there's really still hate among each other villages. And Gaara basically comes up and says, look, I know what I did was wrong. I used to be filled with hatred. But my friend, talking about Naruto, he saved me. And he called me his friend. He showed different clips of Naruto and Gaara shook hands and stuff. And basically says, Gaara, he's saying that today he says first, we all was attacked or affected by Akatsuki. And it shows Deidara how he tried to bomb the Sand Village and how he tried to, he did bomb the Stone Village, look like. And he says, then it shows Pain destroying the Leaf Village with Almighty Push and a lot of other clips of the villages. He's like, well, our village doesn't matter. What today's about is basically stopping Akatsuki, and today we're just one. We're Shinobi. Basically, that was a great speech. Basically saying, right, today it doesn't matter where we're from. We need to drop our grudges and hate against each other. So let's work together to save my friend Naruto. Which is kind of true, because they're focused. They're not really focusing what's the main point here. But after this, all of them kind of apologize to each other. I'm sorry for what I said, and they all cheer on Gaara. So they're like, yeah, go Gaara. They all cheering on Gaara. This was a great episode overall. I enjoyed it. This episode kind of reminded you why we love Naruto. This episode gonna be pumped for next week. Can't wait to see the next week episode. Comment, tell me what you thought about this episode, and tell me, did this episode give you pumped for next week episode? And subscribe if you love Naruto. Hope you enjoyed this review, and that's all today. Bye, guys.